What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the Buffalo Sabres acquiring Evander Kane and Bogosian. I mean, they're both top 5 picks in the draft, top 4 picks. Bogosian went with the 3rd pick in 2008, and Kane with the 4th pick in 2009. And I like the deal for both sides, for the Sabres and Jets. Let's look at what the Jets got in return. They traded away, Kane, Bogosian, and RPI goalie Jason Kasdorf. And they got Tyler Myers, who's the same age as Bogosian. Neither one's really figured it all out, but, is what it is. A little bit bigger of a contract, but, what are you going to do? Drew Stafford helps you up front for the playoff push. Definitely a good acquisition. And kind of sort of fills the void, with Kane leaving. Kane getting hurt before he obviously, had the... getting hurt aside from the issues. And 2 prospects, Joel Armia, who I think could use a fresh start in a new organization, and Brendan Lemieux, Claude's son, who I think is a very good agitator, kind of like his old man, and I think will play in the NHL. I think he's definitely a good enough player that he'll be a pro player for a long time, but I like that. And then you'll get from the Sabres' perspective, they get Bogosian. I mean, how much of a difference is there between Bogosian and Tyler Myers? It's probably not that much. I think you may argue Bogosian's better. I think they're kind of a wash. You get Kane for next season. He's out for the year, but you get him back. And then you look for the tanking. They sink. They trade away some pretty good players. Obviously, Drew Stafford being one of them. They sink lower in the standings. And then they have a better chance of getting Mcdavid or Eichel. You got those. You got one of those guys, and you got Winnipeg got a first rounder. It's either going to be the Islanders or St. Louis. They got the Blues pick in the Miller trade and the Islanders pick in the Thomas Vanek trade. So I think it's smart. You get 3 first-round picks. It's not worth drafting 3 players. 3 18-year-old kids might as well try to go out and get an established NHL guy. Kane will be 24, and Bogosian will be 25 next season. So that's definitely a good thing for the Sabres. And next year the possibility of having Mcdavid or Eichel with Kane, with Sam Reinhart. You got some pretty good forwards. Coming up in the system. I think Tyler Ennis is a pretty good player. Guys like that. Obviously Ennis is an established NHL player, but you catch my drift. You got some pretty good young talent there, and you add Kane to this mix. I can see Kane on a line with Mcdavid and Sam Reinhart. That'd be an awesome line. You let him do his thing. He finds his way into 30 goals, and McDavid, has a power forward on his left and a, pretty good finesse 2-way forward on his right. So that'd be a good thing. And slide Eichel in that mix, similar thing. I think Eichel could be a good fit with Kane because they're both bigger power forwards. And Eichel shoots righty, Kane shoots lefty. You put Kane in the left wing and you let Eichel do some facilitating. Not that McDavid couldn't facilitate for EK, but you catch my drift. Bottom line, I like both teams, and someone's going to land past me and throw some statistics at me, but bottom line, I think from a hockey perspective, Winnipeg got some good players for now, some good players for later, first-round pick, and, you rid yourself of, Evander Kane, which obviously the end had come. And that's funny, 11 hours ago I did a piece about, why the Canucks should target Kane, and I kind of prefaced it by saying, the Sabres might, be in the mix for him too, and obviously that's the case. I was kind of right, not really, but that's the story of my life. But again, like it from both sides. I think Kane's going to do some great things in Buffalo. I think he's finally going to figure it out, and I think the guys that the Jets got will be good too. Anyway, that's all I got. Sort of the power play with CJ on the Evander Kane trade. Stay tuned for episodes of the season and beyond. Later, guys.